Today I'm going to show you how to install a grip laser sight, Viridian grip laser sight on a Taurus 85 revolver. So this revolver is my Taurus 85. It's got a Hogue aftermarket grip on there, so we're going to remove that. And if you happen to have your original grips on your Taurus, I'll show you how to do that as well. We're going to have to knock out a roll pin, so we will need some punches to do that with, and I like to use a Real Avid bench block. This will support the gun as I punch the roll pin out, but you can use a piece of wood or just the edge of a table or something like that as well. Okay, so let's get the Hogue grip removed. Okay, and this particular grip came with a pin, a roll pin, and this clip here to give me a place to screw the screw in at the bottom. So that's just going to come off. It's just going to come off like that. Now we have to knock this pin out. So we're going to get a punch. That one's a little big. I'm going to get this punch here, and I'm going to punch that pin out. So I'm just going to set this up here. Alright, now I'm just going to take this rubber mallet and knock this pin out. Just pushing it out of the bottom here. Alright, now I got the pin out. If your Taurus 85 still has the original stocks or grips on it that come with the gun, all you need to do is remove this screw. So once that's loose enough, the grip should come off. Now there's a pin here. My grips, the pin was loose, so it pulled right out. If your pin is snug in there and it's stuck in the metal, you'll just have to put it on the bench block and tap it out with a hammer. But mine just comes out. Alright, this is what the laser sight looks like. It's adjustable for windage and elevation. It's got a master on-off switch at the bottom, and when the switch is in the on position, when you take the gun and press right here, the laser comes on. So automatically when you grab the gun to shoot, use your trigger finger, you're automatically going to be able to turn that laser on. Right, so I just need to remove these screws and open up the grip. Okay, and this is what the inside of the grip looks like. Two 2032 lithium batteries, plus side up, already installed. You can see the little switch there and the activation switch here. Just fits right on the gun. It's going to fit on here just like that, and you'll see that the hole in the frame lines up with a screw hole in the bottom of the laser grip. Just line everything up like that, and then tighten this screw carefully, and then you'll put in your other two screws just like this. Okay, one thing I found after I secured my Viridian laser sight is that I mean, this is fine. This gap here, just a little bit of a gap, but it was a lot larger when I tightened down this screw. And I wasn't quite sure why that was. So what I found was when I put the one grip on here, I found that this hole was just slightly covered by this part of the metal frame here. So what I did was I took this file, just a little metal file that I had. I removed a little bit of the metal right across here where that screw goes down, so that that screw can now sit straight up against that metal. It wasn't much to do. It was pretty easy. I just took this file, put it down right here. You can see the shavings, and I just went to town on this a few minutes at a time, looked at it, lined it up. You can now see that the entire hole where that screws into is now exposed. So you might want to do that. I don't know if that's going to be the case for you, but it wasn't any big deal. It was easy to fix that. Okay, so once you're done, once you have installed the laser, you can see how it sits on the side of the gun here. You do have an empty gun. You can see how it sits. You have your adjustments here, and you can see, I'm just going to do it left-handed so you can see better, but you can see when you grab the gun and squeeze the handle, the grip, you're automatically going to be pressing on the activation button. So every time you just grab the gun, the laser comes on automatically. And of course there is a main power switch on the bottom, so this switch does have to be forward in the on position for this to work. I guess if you're going to store your gun for a long term, you're going to want to turn that switch off to save the battery, but as long as it's not activated, you're not using the battery. So that's how it works. So the next thing you want to do is you want to adjust the laser so that the point of aim, you say pick a wall maybe 10 or 15 feet away and line up your sights with the spot on the wall and activate the laser and make sure that it hits about the same area. So we're going to do that now. Okay, so I've got a target on the wall. I'm maybe about 10, 12 feet, 15 maybe feet away from that. So I'm going to line up my sights on the head box. Hard to do. I'm looking through a camera, so it's kind of hard to do. I'm going to activate the laser by squeezing the grip. So that's good. That's pretty accurate. That is lined up right with my sights. Pretty good. So if you want to adjust it to move that laser up and down where it hits, then I'm going to show you how to do that next. You can make your adjustments. This is the windage adjustment, which is left to right basically. And in order to move the laser, the point where the laser hits to the left, you want to turn this little screw counterclockwise. Clockwise will move the laser to the right, counterclockwise to the left. And then our elevation or the up and down adjustment is on the top here. And this adjustment, if you turn it counterclockwise, it will move the laser point down, and turning it clockwise will move the laser up. So just to give you an idea, and you don't have to turn it much to make it move. I found that out very quickly. Maybe a quarter turn is going to move it a significant amount. So that's how you adjust it. And then I would take it to the range and make sure that your bullet hits are actually pretty close to where the laser is pointing. All right. Well, thanks for watching. And if you like this video, please hit subscribe down below and check out the links in the description for some of the products that I used here in this video.